Hello my friends and welcome back. Remember my theory, the mountain theory? So when they want to let you know about something and they want to push an agenda and they want to say we're going to bomb that country, they will not tell you we want to bomb that country. That means he's jumping straight on top of the mountain with a bullhorn and telling you we're going to bomb the country X. They will not do that, because they want to make sure the population is somehow behind that. So they have to work first to get you there. How do they get you there? They start with this. Hey, there's a little problem in country X. All right, that's the first step. After about a day or two, hey, country X is very threatening. Our security is, in question here. Poof, they got a little bit higher. And the next one is going to say, hey, maybe I think they don't have a good record of human rights, and I think they attacked some Americans or whatever might be over there. So I think some say a military intervention could occur. Click higher. And then, oh, hey, look, I think a lot of crimes occur over there. Must be that, and they get a few generals, retired generals or experts and analysts to say, yes, I think we could do that. It's possible. Boom. And at the end they say, hey, I think it's appropriate to intervene. Boop. And the last one is going to be a little guy, fat usually, comes in front of the bullhorn on top of the mountain and say, we have to attack them. And the population was already prepared to this little mountain slope. So that's what happens right now with this. Remember, Crimea was hit and they don't know exactly with what. When it was hit and on the 6th or 9th of August, the first time, that airfield, they say, well, it was an accident, the Russians. It wasn't an accident. Nothing happened. The Ukrainians did not hit us. An accident. Okay, multiple explosions. And then I saw the pictures of the explosions. I said, those are missiles. Those are some ammunition hitting those airplanes over there parked. It was not an explosion that just spread from one to another. I mean, if you are below 86 IQ, you believe that. Well, we are not. So I said, that is something. And I said, it can't be a drone, because a drone doesn't have this much ability to create craters of that size. And if it was a drone, how big the drone could have been to have that kind of ammunition? Now, if it was a big drone, where were the S-300s? Where were the S-400s? Where were the S-3592? We're not there. Someone is going to be court-martialed and pop. Otherwise, the 300s and 400s are a piece of garbage. Which one is it? All together? What could be? So now we find out that actually there were some long-range missiles. Possibly. This is the second or the third step. So this is like the fourth step on the theory. First one, oh, there's some attacks. Oh, some sabotage. No, oh, some accidents. Oh, some sabotage. Oh, some drone. Oh, some missiles. How did the missiles get there? Because if you look on the map, you need a certain kind of missiles to be able to hit that. And they provide you in this beautiful article, very good article written, excellent I would say, where they tell you it's about 140 kilometers. It can be a HIMARS, because HIMARS or whatever, they were only what, 60 kilometers? Or even if it's 60 miles, would not be 150 kilometers, so must be something else. So someone is lying. Who that? Who might be lying? Could be not only someone, could be some people. That could be the Ukrainians and the Americans, because probably the Ukrainians were provided with long-range missiles, and those missiles that they say, oh, they have a range of 60 miles, Russia, take it easy, was a lie. Surprise, surprise. Oh my God, I didn't expect that. Did you? So let's see. And this is, again, they don't say it as a, yeah, that's what it was, because they would anger the Russians, and the Russians will not do anything, because they already drew the line in the sand. Nothing happened. The Ukrainians crossed it. What's going on? Nada. So let's see. This article comes from Yahoo News, And I don't know exactly where it comes from, where they took it from, because it's too good to be from Yahoo News. Direct experience with Yahoo News article scribbles. Blah, blah, blah. So, from August 21st, 2022, why Ukraine probably has long-range missiles. So they're not on top of the mountain with a bullhorn telling you, hey, we have long-range missiles, and that comes from the Americans' friends. They don't tell you that. Right now they're still, they prepare you to say, hey, possibly, but then they say, hey, why did we give them that? Oh, didn't they say they will not? They prepare, like before you have an injection, they tap you a little bit so they get this relaxed, and then pop, the same here. They don't want it to be tense so you don't break the needle, cause problems. So it all started on August 9th with an attack on Saki air base in Russian-occupied Crimea, at least 140 miles, my bad, not kilometers. So there will be about 210, 220 kilometers. So it's 140 miles behind the Russian front line. The front line, you don't have your things right there. You have them in somewhere. So it should be about at least 200 miles ability to hit. But we're going to find out what kind of missiles could have been. Satellite imagery. So satellite imagery released the next day revealed a scene of utter devastation, with at least 9 Russian warplanes completely destroyed and many others rendered not airworthy. One Western intelligence official later claimed the attack had put more than half of Russia's Black Sea Fleet naval aviation combat jets out of use, probably, which would raise the total number of destroyed or damaged aircraft to at least 13. At least, as there were 26 aircraft at the base prior to the attack. The second confirmed hit took place exactly 1 week later, on August 16, when a Russian munition depot exploded dramatically near Dzhankoi in northern Crimea, some 120 miles behind the front line. You add about 60 inward, because you're not going to put your things right there by the, so they can be identified by the Russians and destroyed. That would be around about 180 miles. That's about 300 kilometers. An electricity substation in the same area was also targeted and destroyed. Kiev have been ambiguous about the provenience of these attacks. At first, the Ukrainian government refused to officially confirm that its military was behind the explosions, mocking Russian claims that Saki airbase went up in a smoke due to an accident. That was me too, and I'm not from there, okay? Perhaps related to cigarette smoking in the vicinity of materials that are combustible. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry Twitter account has continued to lampoon that explanation. Me too. On background, however, a host of anonymous Ukrainian officials have claimed responsibility and leaked this desperate explanation to Western reporters. One told the New York Times one day that a Saki strike, that a device exclusively of Ukrainian manufacture was used, without specifying what this may have been: a drone, a missile, or some remote detonated bomb. The next day came the suggestion that Ukrainian special forces were responsible, not necessarily at odds with the first accounting. It was missiles, because it was not only one, and were pinpointed. Okay, forget about it. And then finally, on August 20, Ukraine Defense Secretary Oleksiy Reznikov told the Washington Post that the attacks in Crimea were the result of a new strategy to degrade Russian forces by striking deep in the enemy rear. See how they from, I don't want to talk about it, oh, it was not that, oh, maybe it was, it was our strategy, oh, maybe we have long-range missiles, oh, we do have them, oh, we have them from America, so back off. This is going to be the guy with the bullhorn in a minute, right? So anyway, it says here, yet former U.S. Special Forces operatives and military analysts doubt that ground forces planned the explosions based on the publicly available evidence of the Saki aftermath on eyes, right? And they say here that the craters visible in satellite photos are 10 meters across. The diameter, 10 meters, that's about 12 yards. Multiply that, it's 33 feet. More than 33, it's about 37 feet, let's say 35 feet diameter. Is that a what? A guy with a bazooka That's a missile right there. Or what? Someone with an AK-47? Okay. And it says, Chuck Pfeiffer, or Farrier, the former squadron leader of the Navy SEAL Team 6, told Yahoo News, and each is consistent with the explosion of at least 500 pounds of C4. No special forces team is going to drag a ton of C4 to a target when 2 ounces would be sufficient to destroy an aircraft. So the simultaneity of the explosions also cast suspicions on the claim that timed devices were used to blow up the airfield. The same I said, someone put, oh, this is an explosion. Okay, how many you got? 20 minutes. Okay, this one, no, it was not like that. You didn't have like that. So timers are good, but they're not that good. So another problem with the Special Forces theory is that no gunfire was reported by either unofficial. So that Navy SEAL said it was maybe just so that's remember, that is a Special Forces, right? Chuck Ferrer, the former squadron leader of Navy SEAL, he said that you don't need to drag 500 pounds. All you need to do is 2 ounces would be sufficient to destroy an aircraft. Am I better than him? It's not about that, but let's move on, right? Another problem with the Special Forces theory is that no gunfire was reported by either unofficial or official Russian sources or heard on the numerous civilian shot videos on the airbase attack. So there you have it, mister. That was a missile attack. Strike, another former US Special Forces operative who asked to remain anonymous, said, could partisans or special operators have been on the ground, hitting the targets for artillery? Sure, but nothing in those images tell me Ukrainians were setting things off at the scene. So they think that it said, despite several promising systems currently in development, the Ukrainians are not known to have anything in active service that can fly hundreds of miles. The longest range munition in their arsenal is Tocha-U tactical ballistic missile, which has a maximum range of around 115 miles, around 20 miles short of Saki Air Base if it would be posted by exactly on the front. As I said, they're more inward. So you're gonna add some. And then it says that moreover, there's nothing with the range in the publicly disclosed weapons packages provided by the United States or its NATO allies. The most advanced Western supplied artillery systems are M142 high mobility artillery rocket system. HIMARS have been supplied with M31 GMLRS rockets. We have a maximum range of 50 miles. Yeah, but if you give them other kind of rockets over there with more range, with the same system, they will hit longer, right? Further, so they say that one likely culprit that could have been used for the Saki attack, according to experts, is the Army Tactical Missile System, ATACMS, 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 a Lockheed Martin manufactured tactical ballistic missile. It can be fired from an M142 HIMARS or an M270 MLRS, both platforms Ukraine now possesses. With an even longer range than M31 GMLR rockets, the ATACMS would place any target within a 190-mile range of a launcher within striking distance for the Ukrainian military, including one in Crimea. There you have it. And it says the ATACMS whatever also concentrate all 500 pounds of its warhead on a lone target, traveling at a supersonic speed of Mach 3.5. All right, that's one option that this guy gave. And they say, no, maybe it's this, maybe it's not. And it says that as of June, Romania has received 54 ATACMS missiles. Turkey, an early and bold supplier of Ukraine's Bayraktar TB2 drone fleet, is also known to possess them. Poland is also thought to have received ATACMS in advance of receiving HIMARS platforms. All these are NATO members, but stipulations said that they can provide it. They can provide it, and they did not provide anything. No. So this is what they think it is. Now they say that they could be two long-range rockets that can be fitted to the HIMARS, and one of them can go to 400 miles. And this is the second is the Precision Strike Missile PRSM, a more accurate, harder to intercept replacement for the ATACMS, which is capable of flying up to 400 miles at an even faster speed. So, and all of them can be, very nicely said here, they could be housed in a single HIMARS pod. So for me, things are clear. So they say no, it will be a textual definition of Western Covert Action Assistance. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. So actually, as I said before, it was a missile, and I think the missiles were supplied by the Americans. And there's no, it's going to be, maybe in about 2-3 days, we're going to hear the person in the top of the mountain with a bullhorn telling us, yes, it was us. What are you going to do about it? You can't do anything about it. So as of now, as I said, this is my interpretation, and I will stick with it. And I stuck with it from the very beginning when I saw those pictures of the first airfield in Crimea being hit. There was not a drone attack. There was not a guys with ammunitions or with the bombs or timed. It was missiles, not even rockets, because I said rockets are not precise like that. These were missile guided. So good luck, and now we know that they all lied, and the Russians knew that, and they already said. But what are they going to do? We'll see. If they don't do anything, that means not that they don't want, that means that they can't. And it's very possible not to do anything. Because they said many things already, they lose like credibility, the Russians, unfortunately. But we'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.